Yo, 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 Muddy Waterz podcast. This
Yes,
your boy.
sir.
I'm here right now with a very special guest, man. You know, with this quarantine thing going on, we got a social distance. But I'm here right now with somebody, man, that that I admire, man. I admire what he does. I admire the things that he's been able to accomplish, man, and just the lifestyle that he was able to obtain off of his own doings, and something that he grew up wanting to do that a lot of people in the Black community, would look at it as kind of unorthodox. You know what I mean? Something that's because most of us we want to be rappers, we want to be ball players, we want to play football, we want to play basketball, we want to sell drugs, we want to scam, do all of that stuff. But this man right here,
Yes, sir.
became a dentist.
Yes, sir.
Not only a dentist, he became one of the top dentists in Texas. Shit, one of the top dentists in the South, if you ask me.
Yes, sir.
Without further ado, I want to introduce Dr. Rose, the Drippy Dentist.
Yes, sir. Dr. Rose, Drippy Dentist, a.k.a. man, Drip Drip. How y'all doing, man? It's your boy. And we could have a good old time tonight talking about real life shit and how I came to be in this dentistry game and further avenues that I'm doing and crossing over paths and stuff like that, man. And just basically doing the game today.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Like, I got introduced to you through Say Cheese TV. Saw you on Say Cheese. Shout out to Sean Cotton, man. And that interview, bro, it really touched me. I hadn't seen an interview that touched me in a long time, bro. But your story really touched me, man, because like I said, most of us grow up wanting to be rappers. Most of us grow up wanting to be the toughest street nigga. We want to be motherfucking basketball players and shit like that. But man, you stepped outside of the box, stayed true to yourself, and you're able to not only live the lifestyle that these rappers and ball players live, but you're able to shine like them too. Same type of women, the same type of car, same type of house, lifestyle, jewelry, and all that stuff. But guess what?
Yeah.
College and was able to do it. You know what I'm saying? And you're a boss.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about it, I tell people, like, man, once you get money, you can do whatever you want to do. Like, once you get money, that's yours. Like, a lot of people, a lot of these rappers, I'm not gonna say rappers because they, once they get on, they sign deals and shit. But a lot of these drug dealers, they're kind of, I ain't gonna say envy my lifestyle, but they tell me like, man, you can do whatever you want to because shit, your money clean. Your money clean. The moment they start flashing and shit, they got laws and shit watching them, or like I know a lot of pimps and shit. The moment they start doing this shit, they got people on their radar, which is me. I can do that. And it's like, it's clean money. It's clean money now. So it's like, shit, they know where the money coming from. So it's like, shit, I tell people, like, I tell girls all the time, like, I joke with them, shit, I make the same much money as a bench player on the Mavericks, which is true. Like, you can go bullshit now. I pretty much make the same much as a bench player. I mean, I make more than a bench player in the NFL, shit. So it's like, shit, what you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm turned. Like, this ain't, like, no brag and shit. Like, and what I mean by turned is, what I mean by turn is like, shit, I have a resource. You know what I mean? Like, I have a valuable resource that a lot of people need. And what I mean by turn is like, people can get a turn at like using it. Like, you can actually say, you know what, I can use that resource. You can be a hater all day, but you can be a hater in pain. Like, man, I might need to go to Dr. Rose, man. He gonna look out for me. You know what I mean? You might have to conform at some point, like, hey, I go to another dentist. But at one point in time, my name will cross your mind. It's saying, like, I'm essential. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm an essential type of person. So that's why, like, that's why I tell people, like, I don't pay attention to hate. I don't pay attention to all this. I'm turned to it saying, like, you can hate me all day, but at one point, you're going to need me. If you're not going to need me, somebody going to throw my name around you, like, hey, I got toothache, or hey, I want to get my tooth clean. And people may like, well, go to Dr. Rose. You might cringe, like, oh, I don't want to go to Dr. Rose. I can't stand him. But you're not going to say that out loud. You may just go to another dentist. So at the end of the day, I'm a central type person. Like, hey, I'm going to end up needing him. Every 6 months, somebody going to need me.
Mm-hmm. Every 6 months, a new stripper coming up every day. Soon as like I told you the other day. As soon as they get their body done, they get their teeth done. Or vice versa.
Yeah, exactly. Can you hear me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so and like you said, the strippers, Like, and I tell people, my marketing is unorthodox. It's because I market to strippers. Why I market to strippers is because I embrace them. Like, you know, I'm the type of person, I grew up not shitting on people. And what I mean by shitting on people is I can never tell a woman what to do. I can never tell a person what to do if I can't help them get a better position. So I can't sit here and tell you, bro, don't blog, don't have a podcast, if I can't sit here and say, put you on a better position. Or I can't say your podcast suck. And like, nigga, give me some healthy alternatives to make my podcast good then. Give me some, and that's one thing our black people are good at. We're good at telling people that they're not good at something, but without offering a healthy alternative. Okay, like me, so it's like, I can tell you your teeth bad, but guess what? I can fix your teeth. So it's easier coming from me. You know, just like L.A. Reid, he may tell you your music sucks, but guess what? He can put you on and help your music get good. But we grew up to say like, hey man, you suck. Like, and that's why I say hating is. Hating is if you come on my post, right, and you say some shit, you suck. All right, help me get better. I'm going to always hit a hater with it. Well, how you think I should improve? It ain't nothing for me to improve. Help you improve. You just suck. You hating now. If you're going to talk trash and be constructive. Okay, tell me how to get better. What you think your opinion be? They don't have opinions. They just want to say you hate because they're not used to seeing what they see. Or they're not used to seeing people walk with actual freedom and do what they do. So like, man, it's deeper than like we engraved to think a lot of things, and I just be trying to break the mold. And like when I first started the dentistry, the finessing dentist, the person who do so with style, the drippy dentist, I was once called ghetto. You know, all the locals, I was like, hey man, come to my office on Trap Tuesday, all trap music, and we're gonna have a good time. And somebody like, that's ghetto. I was like, what's ghetto? I'm giving my patients the utmost top treatment they can receive. You know, they leave my office with beautiful work and we're nice to them. What's ghetto? That I actually play music that we're accustomed to listen to?
Yeah.
Why is I ghetto? I told why my music considered ghetto and not Taylor Swift considered bullshit? Because we're conditioned to think that our culture is just naturally ghetto if we do something that's urban. But guess what? We're one of the most mocked things. Like, I feel like urban is one of those things where it's like it's an entertainment. Urban entertainment. We're mocked every day by other races. Culture appropriate. Every day we're mocked by other races. That's but the moment there's a dancing newscaster that do all the black people dances. He's not once called ghetto, and social media loved him. Him. I guarantee the moment a black person
and middle America.
Yeah, I guarantee the moment a black person get on there, we gonna cringe like, oh, can't do that. Don't do that dance on TV. Or the moment I look
back 100 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They gonna start talking about it like, bro, this white dude dance all day. He actually have a show of actually him wearing the same clothes that the athletes wear, but on a cheaper budget. He have an episode like it's like, dude, like why are we so afraid to embrace ourselves?
Yeah. Because white folks do it all the time.
All the time.
Hair, skin color, everything.
Skin color, everything, man, like everything. And I just be like, man, just be yourself. Because at the end of the day, if that's not you, cool, don't do it. Like I never, I actually teach a course on like marketing, right? And I tell people you got to find your niche. And what I mean is, you got to find why people will love you or hate you. So you know, and that's what I did was I found out why people love me. And the first thing I found out was kids love me because I did something that's unorthodox, but I did it in a flashy way so they can perceive it. So I made a post that I said, know your audience, find the audience. If you don't know your audience, find your audience. Once you find your audience, captivate your audience. And keep on continuing to spoon feed them. Keep on continuing to feed your audience entertainment. So in order to know what type of entertainment it is, you got to know your audience. So I knew my audience right off the bat. I love strippers. I know kids. You know, the kids, because they all make emotional decisions. And guess what dudes do? Once you have all that, you got the kids. The dudes gonna fall in line because dudes are the head of the household, right? But the women are the ones who make the decisions. You know, women are more to make decisions. And if you get a woman to thinking that, dang, babe, my little son can do exactly what Dr. Rose doing, and he can be a rapper because Dr. Rose rap too, but you know he have fun in his rap. He play, he do everything. he had fun, and he funded his rap career with dentistry. So
Mm-hmm.
you said, like, and guess what you're gonna start thinking that her son can do? Hey, babe, you know, shit, maybe you need to get up off your ass too, because Dr. Rose got 5 businesses, and we could do one too. So that start creeping in the head, like. So so you got to know how to play on these emotions when you come to market. Marketing all is emotional game. How are you gonna appeal to the emotions of people? You know, we got Peter who appealed to the goddamn sympathetic emotions of dying animals and emotion. You know, ethos, pathos, all this stuff. See, that's why I tell people I actually took classes.
Facts,
so
bro. Speaking of that shit, bro, I literally just submitted my final English exam. Like, literally just, and we were talking about ethos, pathos, lagos, all of that shit, bro. That shit real.
It's real, and that's what how marketing, and that's how marketing works. So you talking about a hood nigga who took street mentality and merged into the book sense, right? And that's what you get with me. It's like, okay, I know how to sell water too well, but let me know why I understand why I sell it to them. And once I found that out, I was like, all right, kids gonna want to be like me. Women gonna either want to marry me or have sex with me, but don't have sex with them, because once you have sex with them, you stop getting money. And the dudes gonna either love me or hate me because I got the bitches. You know, so I took that and ran with it and said, this is how I'm gonna market. I'm giving my all the marketing tips right now. And that goes into why rappers don't make it, because they don't have the entertainment marketing tool that goes along with it. You have to be relatable. You got to be, and for a person buy your product, they got to know that you got outstanding product first.
Mm-hmm.
Once they know you got outstanding product, they're gonna be around forever. Once they be around forever, you can sell them anything because they bought into you, because they know you come with longevity and success. Before people actually bought into Drake, he had to show that he was actually credible in doing what he was doing for a while. Then now Drake can put out Tootsie Slide, and everybody buy into it easy. You got gangsters doing it now. But
Tootsie Slide is fire too.
But Drake would have came out that song first as his first single, people wouldn't have bought into it.
That's a fact. Yeah. So I always wanted to know, like, sorry to interrupt, like, where Dr. Rose came from, like, what was your upbringing like, bro? Because you're like gumbo, bro. It's like a mixture of so many different things, bro. Like, so many different elements. Like, you know, we had a conversation prior, and, you know, we talked about a bunch of stuff. But it's like you could relate and talk to somebody on every different level, whether it was like street shit. Not saying you do street shit. I'm not saying that. But we talk about shit that goes on in the streets in real life. And then we can talk about shit that goes on in college. We can talk about, and then you can get to talking dentistry, you know what I mean, terminology and shit like that. You put your dentist hat on, man. Like, what was your upbringing like, bro? Like, what was your family like?
No, I'm that dude that everybody saw potential in. But I wasn't a star athlete. I was a smart kid. You know, so everybody like, bro, you smart. But I still got this. Like I said, if you good at what you do, you're gonna get the same star treatment. Always. Like, you always get. So instead of drug dealers investing in me, it was always teachers investing in me. They knew I came from a broken household where my parents and both of them was on drugs. My mama finally got clean by I was like in 11th grade, but they knew I came from a broken household, and my sister basically took care of me, right? Mm-hmm. So the star athletes get taken care of by the drug, you know, the people who deal drugs, you know, the niggas on the block. So that's who take care of the star athletes, you know, the drug dealers. But the teachers are the ones who take care of the smart kids in class, the talented and gifted. Mm-hmm. So when it's people, so it's all about potential. People going to invest in potential. You either going to invest in you're going to invest all your money into an athlete that's coming up because he going to make it at the hood, or you're going to invest into a smart kid. Drug dealers don't know who's smart or not because they actually not around to see you doing homework, you know? But the teachers are the ones who are going to invest in the drug dealers. I mean, the smart kids. And that's what I was. I was a guy who always got out of, I was a bad kid because I was, you know, I had misplaced aggression because, like, you know, parents went around, sister taking care of me, brother, and everybody in my family sold drugs. Like, everybody in my family sold drugs. So, but the teacher's like, hey, you're going to be something. Or it was a point where I ain't had no parents, and the teachers automatic put me in academy classes. Like they are like I didn't even like it was so point where I wanted to be with my regular school people. Like nah. Like I was so pissed when they put me in the academy. But the counselor saw something in me like, nah, you smart. We know your brother and sister they selling drugs, but hey, we're gonna look out for you. So like without they know I didn't have parents, so they just automatically did the paperwork and put me in those classes.
So what did that do for you, like putting you in those classes? I know you didn't like it, you didn't want to, but what did that do for you as far as like, you know, your home life? Did it make your home life better? Were they like buying you food and stuff like that and buying you shit and looking out for you in that aspect?
It was see, that's where my finesse came. That was my finesse came. And I tell you, like, I learned the art of finesse at an early age because I knew how to, like, I tell people, like, I don't call myself a thief. I said I was a stealer. Well, I was a stealer because thief just sounds like you stole a lot of shit. So I used to steal shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was a con artist. I was a master con artist. Was like I used to kill, like, bro, I tell you all the time, like, that's how I got school paid for. I got school paid for. Like this $400,000 scholarship paid for free. So, but it's like you peel to people. Like when you steal, you don't go in there looking to steal. You go in there flirt with the guys. Or if you tell a girl cashier that her eyes are cute, she's gonna blink eyes, automatically. She will blink eyes. You're going to try it. Tell a cashier the girl that her eyes are cute, she's gonna blink eyes. Once she blink eyes, you pocket something. Who care about the camera? Because I'm not coming back anyway. You know what I mean? Like I used to steal stuff at the cash register. Like, nah, I'm gonna walk around with it. So, oh, girl, you cute. Blink eyes, boom. It's crazy because I was telling my homeboy, I was saying, watch out, go steal his shirt, like literally in front of him, put it on my shoulder in broad day, like no stuff and nothing. And I did it in like in front of him, like it was about like 6 years ago, like just showing that I can do it. I actually took the shirt back, but I was showing my brother, like, watch out, do this. Like I still got it because like it's all about finessing in plain sight. Hide in plain sight. That's all you do, just hide in plain sight. The ones who go in there looking like it, those are the ones who get caught.
Mm-hmm.
So I took that side, like I took every street mentality and applied it to scholarships. I was finessing scholarships, finessing teachers. Boom, they was doing scholarships. They was writing essays for me. Or I was getting to the UIL competitions and getting scholarships that way. Or one of my biggest scholarships came from a military scholarship that I was getting. Like I was just getting all this stuff. And that's how I apply it to life. It's like, shit. I told somebody that, man, if you can't find a loophole in life, or I said, it's a weakness in every system. Every system can get exploited by the weakness. And those who figure out how to exploit this system are the ones who become multimillionaires. The music industry exploit kids all day. That's the weakness. Exploiting kids that have nothing, and you give them change and go run their streams up. Now you getting residual money while you getting them pennies. Music, and it's the same thing as everything. Everything has a system, and it's placed off in it. They play it out based on where you're from and your emotional center. I said, when you know like how to appeal and market, that would take you farther. And I just told somebody last night, when you know how to market to people, it's going to take you farther. And I can tell you now, my biggest people who buy the veneers at the highest rate are the women, because they know they come in and believe what I say. The dudes are the ones who always ask for the discounts. Like, come on, Rose, man. Come on, bro. Like, shit, I can go charge the same tooth, $1,000 per tooth with a girl. Don't try to play me now. So it's like, you gotta know, pick and choose your battle. I tip it all the time. Like, I was watching the Joe King thing, Tiger King last night. You watched it?
Yeah, I seen part of it.
I learned a lot from it. I didn't learn, like, I wasn't watching it for pure entertainment. I was watching this. How do you, like, you got three businesses, right? That's all hate each other. Well, they don't hate each other. You got one business, Joe King, whatever his name is, Tiger King. It's like Joe. He was like the bad, like, not even say bad. His kingdom looked bad because it was ran by crackheads. Then you had the other dude, Doc Antle. His shit was ran by models. You know what I mean? And like I compared those two, where it's like you either have a successful hood business and you got a successful luxurious business. Luxurious business won all the top, and it's still surviving because they dress it up and make it look good. So sometimes you got to finesse in a way and knowing when to, okay, pick and choose battles. The luxurious companies know, like, I can't beat this girl, Carol Baskin. I can't beat her. But that hood mentality, the person lost because, you know what? I'm going to win. Hood niggas always think that they got to win and get over. And now he doing 20-some years in jail because he wanted to murder Carol Baskin. He didn't win. He didn't win. He had his whole system ran by crackheads. The people he just found off the street, so you looked bad to the public. Mm-hmm. Even though you was doing good, you bring me. They couldn't take you in front of the White House like they did Doc Emma and give you all the David Letterman shows because you hood. And that's the same thing. I feel. You know what? One day I'm gonna have to switch it up and change it up and go a little bit straighter. And not saying change the whole look, but I'm saying, hey, this how you gonna do it strategically. Start doing something and spoofing them at certain time. Like, hey, it's okay to start off a little rough because it shows potential in who you can be as a person. But the moment you stop being showing potential and get stagnant and plateau, you become this person like nobody wants to invest in no more because you got a track record of 5 years of plateauing and you look the same. You haven't made no upgrades, you haven't changed your lifestyle, and you don't look like the luxurious company over at Doc Allen, which we thought you could be. Mm-hmm. So that's what I learned.
Now, growing up, like in high school and stuff like this, you were learning these lessons, knowing like your teachers investing in you, not monetarily, but they investing in you as far as like looking out for you, writing essays for you to get scholarships and shit like that. You were learning this along the way, or is this like hindsight 2020?
I was learning. I was a smart kid who knew I was always argumentative. So I knew my surroundings because I was forced to grow up early. I knew my surroundings. I knew my parents on drugs. Like they ain't even hide it. They like the bitch up in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So I knew this shit. I knew, like, I stayed in a crack house. So it's like I was exposed to all at an early age. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't be oblivious to certain shit. You can't get, when you get like abused, like I'm not saying I got abused. I'm saying like mentally, like, you know, when people try to take advantage of you, or you know, okay, yeah, you see something in me, but at the end of the day, it's like, shit, yeah, everybody gonna see something in you. Everybody gonna see something you have potential. When you display potential, that makes a teacher credibility to go like, hey, I helped that person. It makes something about a teacher feel good. You know, when the teacher say, you know what, I had that boy get to where he is today. If I ain't saved nobody, I saved that person. And guess what he is? So you're that story the teacher can go back and talk to about everybody that they had. People always want a part of success. It don't have to be a big part. It just say, you know what, I taught him, you know, I gave him his first break. Because it makes their credibility go a long way to when it's sitting there, just like master recruiters. The best, John Calipari, a master recruiter, because he can sit here and say, I got John Wall to the league. I got Boogie Cousins to the league. I got a lot of people into the league. You can be just like him. That's what keep his recruiting class keep coming. Because it's credibility and longevity getting people is. So the more people say, I invested in some part of their success and I can make you successful, that's what makes their show keep going. You know?
As people, we love credibility, bro. Like,
we love
it. Even when you go to a doctor's office, you know, you looking at their reviews. A restaurant, you looking at their reviews if you've never been there before. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Down to sneakers. You know, if it's a brand we don't know anything about, we asking people, have you ever heard of this brand? Or we looking up reviews online. So credibility and stuff like that is everything. So
exactly.
So when you're growing up, right?
Yeah.
What did you aspire to do? Like, what was your goal as far as like a career goes? Because I'd imagine you grew up early, so you already knew this lifestyle I'm living, I don't want to live like this forever. Yeah. What did you envision as the perfect lifestyle for you at a young age, at this time when you were in high school?
Oh, let me see what I envisioned. Honestly, I was content. I was gonna be content because I knew my surrounding, and I did math, and I was big on doing math, and I was like, you know, it's just, I feel like, you know, when you grow up by yourself, you feel like you're gonna end up by yourself too as well. You know, I inspired how I family. I was like, no, I'm by myself now. I fuck around. So I get enough money to make. So I was like, shit, if I become a nurse, I can make $60 an hour. I mean, not $60 an hour. I can make $6,000 a year, $67,000 a year. That's roughly $30 to $35,000 an hour. I can live good off there because I've seen A lot of people live good off $18 an hour. So I was doing all the math, and that's why I started nurse school first. But it's like as you go, it's like, fuck no, nigga, you're a boss. Like you got too much in, and once again, all the teachers in nurse school like, bro, you too smart for this. Like they was telling me, like, you too smart for this. They're always telling, like, a lot of people like, you too smart for this. So it's like when you display stuff in a subtle way, it's like, damn, you actually know this shit. Like, yeah, I just be chilling. So, but then you get into the other world, the marketing world is like, you can either be a Kendrick Lamar or you can be a Kanye. And what I mean by that is, Kendrick Lamar have other people do his marketing. Kanye West do his own marketing. And I say, you know what? I love Kendrick Lamar.
And Kanye West a boss too.
Yeah, they both make hits. You can't deny the hits. They both make hits. But guess what? I'd rather be my own entertainer. I'm gonna be my biggest pusher. I'm gonna get out there and start saying, "Hey, I deserve this because I deserve this." Motherfuckers always sit here and say, motherfuckers always tell you, closed mouth don't get fed. Oh, they must ain't let that Kanye West because shit, he gonna speak to what he think he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he started doing that, people like, "Ah, man, you just talking too much. Oh, you just doing too much." Y'all just here and told me I grew up seeing closed mouth don't get fed. So which one is it? So once again, it's back to attacking our people. Like, which one is it? Closed mouth don't get fed, or the loudest sheep, or the loudest person in the wood really don't have the most. So it's like we had these things for either both sides, either, and that's why I tell you about. We have so much justification efforts and counterfactual thinking that go on in our society. It's like, dude, how can you really try to win? Like, and that's what I really base myself off was like, if I do well, people gonna say I knew he was gonna do good. I knew it. I saw something in it. If I fail, people gonna say he was doing too much. So that and that's
wasted potential.
Yeah. So it's like now it's like that's the justification effort people gonna make no matter what. Now you gotta find yourself in the middle and say, you know what? People gonna say this because I do this, and people gonna say this because I do that. Block it and stay even kill. So that's what he became. And people's like, man, you're doing great, man. I tell people all the time, I ain't nowhere near I want to be. I ain't too high on my successes, I ain't too low on my losses. So when people know me like, man, people know me like, bro, you're always positive. Like, man, I'm like, it's gonna be all right. We're gonna get through it. I tell my team, we're gonna get through it. When we're doing good, but why not celebrating? We're gonna get through it. We still got work to do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That separates. Sorry to interrupt. That separates the people that's gonna be like the Steve Jobs, the Kanye West, the motherfucking Dr. Dre's, the Jay-Z's from the nigga that's just happy with making $100,000 a year, bro. Because you're doing well for yourself, bro. Like, I go to your Instagram page and that interview you did with Sean Cotton for motivation, like I do many other things. Yeah. But for me personally, I'm self-motivated because none of my friends are like-minded. I don't really have friends who are on the same path that I'm on. Right. So I have to self-motivate myself, and I do that by looking at different types of content, looking at different people, man. But you're doing really well for yourself. And you've accomplished things that most people will never accomplish in their lifetime. Yeah. And you don't even have gray hairs yet. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, to say that you feel like you haven't gotten anywhere near where you want to be shows that there's people that how can I say it? There's people that get caught up in the success and look at it as if like, well, damn, I've done enough, I've arrived, I'm cool, I'm comfortable, and then you got people that's like, nah, bro, we gotta keep going. Let me ask you a question. So you have you heard of residual income? Yep. What's that? Making money while you sleep, right? Mm-hmm. I told people I don't want residual income. I want residue income. I want so much money to where it's like it overflows and it keep on overflowing to where everybody around me gets the residue of what's overflowing. Right? So what's left behind after abundance? Residue. Mm-hmm. Residue left behind after abundance, right? Yeah. So what you gonna do with that residue? You gonna keep on getting so much that the residue of what you make in abundance goes on to everybody around you. It's cool to make money in your sleep. That's cool. But let's see, can you make so much money that everybody around you has golden opportunities?
Like residual income is cool. That's cool. But let's make residual income where everybody around you got so much abundance of resources. Like I got so many resources where it's like, damn, he get this, they get that, they get this, they get that. And it's just the outpouring of me having so much, the residue is saying, hey, you just so, man, I made so many millions, you damn, you got a million, you got 900,000. Damn, nigga. Damn, you getting paid a lot of them just by being around me. Just by the overabundance of my joy and it's around somebody, Rude being around me, you get the residue of being a millionaire. But you gotta get somebody around you that's cool with you being a billionaire and them cool with being a millionaire. That's not gonna happen if you making residual income and nobody's feeding off it, right? And it's not gonna happen if the dude around you want to be a billionaire, but he don't want to push you to the front to catapult you because you're the one with the talent, or you the one with the plan, or you the one with the entertainment that can get y'all to the level. Because if everybody won't be on the same level, how can we elevate? You gotta push somebody gotta be pushed first. And it goes to the metaphors of the industry and the similes and stuff. Like they always push one artist at a time. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a group like Migos, but even with the Migos, they still kind of push Quavo to the front. Even with B2K, they still kind of push Omari onto the front. So a record label, they're gonna find, even with QC doing it right now, they seeing that, okay, Lil Baby got a wave right now. Let's make sure we put Lil Baby on everybody's track in our group. You know?
Put 2 albums out on him a year.
Exactly.
2, 3 albums out, yeah.
It's like they know this, so they know to say, okay, in order for us to take off, we're gonna make somebody the focal point, and everybody around us gonna get the residue. They're gonna get the residue of his abundance. You're gonna get a verse. Residue, you're gonna get his verse, you're gonna get his verse, and we all gonna make money because it's gonna stream.
Yeah, just like Chief Keef did in 2012 with Chicago. He popped, so many people became famous. Lil Reese got a deal, Tato got a deal, Ball Out got a deal, G Herbo, Lil Durk, 600 Breezy. All of them niggas got deals off of him blowing up. You know what I mean? He got pushed to the forefront.
But Chicago, one of them cities already known for having musical talent.
They ain't had no musical talent since Ye. And Bump J was like the last nigga after Ye to blow until Chief Keef.
But it depends on what lane. Because shit, you can say Chance, you can say Common. Like you keep on naming.
Chance came after Chief though.
Yeah, but
Chance
I'm saying
came
like
after Keef.
As far as like the levels of like the levels of like I know what you're saying, but it's like shit, they always had like somebody leading the program. Atlanta too, where it's like Dallas, like it's a lot of great talent in Dallas. There's a lot of great talent, but you're not from Dallas, right? Go on and start naming like 5 people that signed out of Dallas right now, like you just did. Chicago.
Yellow Beezy. He wasn't
even first. It was like
Dero. Oh, you talking about in Dallas history?
No, I'm saying, but saying though. But that's who you name. But you go straight to heuristics, the shortcut to memories, the heuristics. So you go straight to what you see now. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying? You name somebody. Shit, Chief Keef blew a while ago. They down there dancing this whole now. You know what I mean?
Chief Keef exactly. OG.
He'll back.
Yeah.
So you just named somebody who just did something the last 2-3 years. So and that's the same thing. That's how it is. Like when you got to see this known historically, just like Florida known for football. So you know they're gonna produce some dope ass athletes. New York and Cali known for basketball. So you know if you're a recruiter, you better find your ass in New York sometime. Football, Miami, Florida and Texas are known for football. So if you're a recruiter, you better take your ass to Texas and Florida.
Better go to Broward County, nigga, because that's where the motherfucking NFL players coming out of, boy.
So it's like when your city is known for producing talent in that area, that's where that's where all the people the NR is gonna segregate. I mean not segregate, but congregate. They're gonna go to. Yeah, they're gonna go to. That's where they're gonna meet up in because that's what they known for. Just like that's how I tell like. That's why they blew up because they was already kind of known. That city was already known. Chicago was still known for like Chicago, New York, known for having some dope ass MCs. Chicago, New York, Cali, You know, and that's what Dallas need to be like. That's what they getting. Like Dallas is getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. Atlanta. People know Atlanta. Atlanta known for dope ass MCs. Atlanta known for like Black history still. Period.
What
Black
QC
excellence.
doing is Black history, nigga.
Yeah, definitely Black history. It's the new
Yeah.
No Limit.
That's a fact.
And I tell people all the time, I ain't the first one who did everything. Who like people like when you do everything, it's always the people who do everything. They always get. Master P did everything, and when he was doing everything, people crucify him for being a fucking sorry basketball player or doing this or doing that or a subpar actor. But guess what? He was good at everything, which made him great overall. Nigga, I was good at everything. Nigga, you can't take shit away from me. Yep, I played 2 minutes in NBA, but guess what? I made it to the NBA. Yeah, I played in stories. Yeah, I was screen wrote. Yes, I did this. But guess what? I was good enough to get at all those, and now I'm king. Now I'm a king because I was good enough at all those shits, and I lived everybody's dream. And that's what I do. I live a hood person dream. I live a corporate dream because I appeal to hood people. You know, I just do all this with like shit. This not me bragging. This me like saying, just talking. What people see is like shit. But and I live a rapper's dream. Like you said, I live a rapper's dream. And shit, my money don't even come from rap.
Facts. Facts. That's a motherfucking fact. Like, you know, we're gonna go back to you know, college and shit like that. Now you were in nursing school.
Yeah.
Right? So when you were in nursing, you said around a bunch of white girls?
Yeah.
You used to drink the milk, man? Did you drink the milk?
Yeah, I did, man.
You drank the milk. I see you on Instagram with the milk on your face too. Talking about
hey man, they nice. But like I mean, but I heard it from my black women, so it's like no black women get they crazy.
Right. So when you were in nursing school, right? You know, you were saying that, you know, the idea of you becoming like you wanted to become a boss. Like that was your mentality. You always knew you were a boss. What made you think you can do that in dentistry? Out of all fields you would have chose.
The freedom because dentists have a lot of freedom, and we make more than surgeons per hour. But if you boil it down to, we make more than surgeons per hour. You know what I mean? And you know, surgeons work 24-hour shifts and all that shit. So it's like shit. I can have a lifestyle. I can own my own businesses. I am a doctor. You know, and like I can do whatever I want. Like in freedom, I can open up 5 dental offices and make $1 million from each of them. Like, and I saw that freedom. Like I did research. I did research on the pharmacists. Pharmacists usually cap out. If they don't cap out, it's those who go back to med school. You know, so and I look at myself like you know, I did all the research. I did research on. So my plan was, if I'm going to be a nurse, I'm going to be a nurse practitioner and have the freedom as a doctor. Because I didn't want to be a physician assistant because those only can work under doctors. I didn't want to be a physical therapist because they cap at about $60,000 a year. You know, so I did a lot of research. I was down like, man, I approach everything as a tactical way, almost like a mob leader. Like almost like a mob leader. Like people think, for real, because people think that you gangsters. Like I heard somebody like, man, people think you gangsters because you come from the hood, but nah, man. Like gangster mean you can approach things in a tactical way on some G shit. It's like, you know what I mean? Where mob people are considered gangsters, but they wear suits. But our definition of gangsters, pants sag, shoot a gun, have a Glock in your hand, boom, 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 and be dumb. Be dumb in the head, go pull a trigger, I'm gangster now, boom. But my definition of gangster was, I just turned everybody around me to bosses. I got my family taken care of, and we do stuff in a quiet way. Subtle way. And we're going to have our suit and tie on. And we're going to have a big old corporation that's ran right underneath of the nose of America. We're going to hide in plain sight. Everybody know we mob. Everybody know we doing shit, but they can't touch us.
They can't prove it.
Everybody knew mob people. Everybody knew people was from the mob. Oh, they from the mob. But that's why I said people, a lot of things got misinterpreted on that. And like, you know, I had to play the game of whisper where you whisper in somebody's ear and You start off with saying kangaroo is black, and by the time you go to the blackjack cat back, by the time you get to the last person, because somebody
Telephone.
lost, and that's what happened with the word mob and gangster, or gangster, where it started as mob. By the time it got back to us, it turned into killing everybody and putting guns on TV. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's how I approached up as a tactical and how I'm approaching. Everything I do is about saying, hey, I'm gonna do it this way, and this is how I'm gonna appeal to it.
Yeah. So how long did it take to become, you know, a doctor, like Dr. Rose?
It took about 8 years. It took about 8 years.
Okay.
It took about 8 years, and that's just, I ain't gonna say careful planning. This is basically going through the whole school, showing the credibility going through school. But once I graduated, everything got there was set into motion. Like how I was gonna start appealing, like how I was gonna start my nonprofit, how I was gonna do this, that, and other to get to where I'm at. And like I said, it's ladders on the rung that I still haven't touched yet. But I just thank God that I'm still there to talk about it and share my experiences along the way.
What was it like? What was your journey like going through college, bro, for 8 years? Was it rough? Because I'm sure you probably had to work and stuff like that. Or did you finesse these scholarships enough to where you didn't have to work?
See, I finesse scholarships. I finesse book money. I ain't use my book money. I finesse the scholarships to where shit. By the time my mom was clean, right? By the time I was in college, so I used to take my scholarship money, give her some money, and she pay up my rent. Me and my girl was staying together. Me and my girl in not nurse school, but like just a regular school. We were staying together. And shit, we just made it. We just making it. Either our parents and nigga, it was spending time. Shit, I knew exactly I needed $7 to get to school. If I need, because that's how much I was going to school. Like by the time I moved back to the city to do dental school, I need about $7 to go to school. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. For the whole week, I was gonna drive. If not, yeah, we was gonna make it. We was gonna make it.
Yeah.
So shit, we played it close, and shit, I still living on scholarship money. I still was like, I ain't gonna say I was in the streets, but like I said, I was a finesser. So I was the type of person, if I knew my cousin wanted to make a drug deal, and I knew the person, shit, all I'm doing is just, like, I ain't gonna say facilitating. I'm facilitating. He doing, and I'm just taking the cut.
Yeah.
And he knew it. My cousin wasn't tripping because he knew, like, hey, this is how he gonna make his money.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Or all I gotta do is just pull up my mama's house. My cousin, he has some shit in there. All I gotta do is facilitate. Like, he could come pick up what's name, such and such name, and I'll be like, all right, boom.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt, bro. It had lag.
You good?
Yeah, a little bit. So during that time, right, you going to college and stuff like that, was there ever a point like, you know, going to college for 8 years is a marathon, bro. That's the definition of a marathon, my nigga.
But that shit don't feel like it when you're going through it, though.
For real?
It don't. Because you know what you want, bro. Like, when you know what you want, you just gonna shit like, fuck it. Everybody, and you gotta think about it. I'm still getting the hood love. I'm still getting to go to parties. I'm still like, people are already saying I'm a doc. You know, motherfuckers, once you get in dental school, med school in the hood, motherfuckers call you doc already.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm still getting that love. Like, I'm still getting that love in my people. Like, that nigga, he doing his thing, you know? He doing his thing. So, like, shit.
Now, what was your family's reaction? Were they proud of you, like, while you were going to school? Because I know your mom, she was, you know, clean by this time. So how did she feel about you going to college?
Oh, she was happy. You know, when I got into dental school, she was happy. I knew I was going to get in. So I got into dental school. I knew I was going to get in because I played a lot of cards to get in. And I tell people all the time, affirmative action, if you don't know about it, you better use it to get into where you need to go. You know, use affirmative action. So I knew I was going to get in. All I had to do was be better than the black kid that was next to me. Because they're going to allow a certain number of black kids in anyway. I don't have to be better than the Asian. I don't have to be better than the white person. Just be better than your predecessors. Just be better than the person on history and have a story. And I always tell people, when they write essays, you got to show them instead of tell them. It's how rap is now. You know what I'm saying? Rap is like, it's just show me instead of tell me. You know what I'm saying? That's why the best rappers, they good at creating an imagery into like that nigga really been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? or because like you can say I made 100 bands in lyrics, or you can say shit. I caught 5 pounds and gypsy, boom, 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 burst down, boom, boom, and people like, now I like his storytelling versus his, you know, and that's how I did with my essays to get into med school. Like I just show them my essay, like I showed them instead of told them.
So you would just tell them your story,
basically, boom, and they loved it.
Did you put some cap on it a little bit? Did you put a little cap on it, or you told the truth?
The thing is, I ain't got to, because if you hear my story, like, dude, I really been through that shit.
Yeah, like, for sure.
Just like, nigga, like, y'all really been through that shit. All I gotta do is make it sound good on paper. First, you can't get in front of them and do it.
Yeah.
That's it. I really
so you
been
just
through that
drop
shit.
a tear during the interview?
Nah, I ain't got you. Hell nah. See, I was still hood. Like, nah, my hood part kicking. Like, I can't drop no tear. And drop no tear. Like, nah, they need to cheer about this shit. Because in the hood, to white people, it's interesting. To you, it's like shit, nigga. My mama, nigga, my partner didn't have no daddy. I ain't have no daddy. Shit, his mom's on drugs. My mom's on drugs. That's normal in the hood. You grow up conditioned thinking this is a walk in the park, nigga. You know what I mean? Mama was in crackhead. That's a crackhead was in the 80s was a drug of choice. It's a walk in the park, nigga. Shit, this is normal. But to them, they grew up in a bubble. It was like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean?
Crack. We've only seen that on TV.
Exactly. So like, nigga, y'all, we been seeing this shit, nigga.
Right.
We been seeing it.
Yeah.
So, and that's how everything was. Like, I made my story seem normal to me. And it was, I had one person tell me like, man, how did you do it? Like, hey, nigga, shit, it was normal. Like, that shit was normal to me. And that's how I made it, because it felt normal. I was desensitized to a lot of shit. And it wasn't until I got around a lot of white people to were like, nigga, that was not normal.
Yeah. Did you seem like a chameleon, bro. You know, you seem like you can fit into different sectors and different groups of people and you'll be straight. You can relate to everybody. You know, how was it like going to college around? Because, you know, when you're in undergrad, you're around everybody. I mean, you're around niggas who just in college because they have to be, and you know, next year after Christmas break, you ain't never gonna see his ass again. And then you got the motherfuckers who, you know, smart, and you have the Asian kids who don't talk to nobody, and you have the kids who party on the weekends, focus on their work during the week. So you got a different mesh and gumbo pot of different people. But then when you go to grad school, you got the people that strictly focus on school. Most of them are white. You know, most of them are from privileged backgrounds and stuff like that. So how did you fit into that group of people? Or did you just do your work and go home and kick it with your people?
Now, half the time the motherfuckers wanna, like, man, you realize, man, them be the main ones who smoking weed and all this shit. Yeah. Like, all them niggas be doing that shit, man. Like,
but they still don't come from where people like us come from. You know what I'm saying? They still can't relate to our story or your story.
Yeah, exactly. They don't relate. So they down there give you, like, I used to say crazy shit in class, like like I used to tell stories and be like, damn, for real? Like, they don't even understand. They don't even try to understand. I ain't gonna lie. They don't even try to understand. Them motherfuckers just keep on going. So at some point you like, shit, fuck them niggas. Hey, yeah, man, like, cause they so oblivious to all the bad shit, because all they know is what they know. Like, all people know is what they know. So when they hear your story and like, oh, that's pretty dope. But where we playing beer pong at?
Yeah.
Where we drinking at tonight?
Yeah.
So like, shit, like, hey, them niggas don't care about my story. So you know, you kind of touch and go. So you stay cool with them, so they won't, like, because they be having all the tests and shit. Like, them niggas have all this shit because they having the mentors and shit. And my mentor was like, bro, don't trust none of you motherfuckers, bro. I'm the type of person like, shit, I'm a finesse all their ass. Like, I got in trouble in school, and I knew how to get out. I got in trouble. I got kicked out of school, right? I can tell it now because I'm pretty good on money now. So I got in trouble in school because me, kleptomaniac, still by nature. I just go steal. Like, I ain't steal money. I never stole money or anything. It's in the cafeteria. Like, nigga, you gonna trust me to take some shit? Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about this whole trust the honor system. Yeah. Like, so it's like food, and I used to go. I was like, man, I used to take sushi and just walk out the side door like, man, they pay this shit. I'm good, nigga. You put me in the honor system, nigga, we taking shit and leaving, nigga. We take, I go pay up. I get the food at the back, and it's like 3 exits before I even get to the front to pay. I'm walking out, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm walking out. But I finally got caught. But I had a plan. I ain't never told this story. I had a plan, though. Tell the story. I played like I was bulimic. I was stressed. I just had to throw up. And I was, but it's kept me in school, though. It kept me in school. You survival mode. Survival mode kick in fast. So, and I said, I need counseling. Told them I needed counseling. Who's going to kick a person out who's bulimic and need counseling? Nobody.
Ethos.
He has mental problems. Yes. So I played it. No, I said I was a finesser.
Boy, you sound like me. Dr. Rose, man. Are we the same person? Just born in different reasons?
It could be. It's what I tell you, like, nigga, I'm not for the potential loop, walk out, get kicked out of school where I can make $200,000 as soon as I what's name because I chose to do some. No, nigga, hey, I went back down there and paid my restitution. Boom. As soon as I found like, hey, they know you got your camera. Bet. Don't worry about it. I'm finna go back down and pay my restitution right now. Pay for it. Boom, my bad, man. Like, here, man. I was tripping. I had to go rush the class. That's what I told them. But what I told the counselor, I've been going through a lot of shit. Boom, 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 boom. Bop. Nigga, they put me on I was going to see a psychiatrist every Monday.
What you tell that motherfucker? What you tell him?
We just gonna talk. We just gonna talk shit. Like we talking now shit.
And the psychiatrist couldn't tell the school that you was lying because that's against patient-client privilege.
Yeah, so at that point, you have now, and I told somebody, if you want to get out of school, ask to see a psychiatrist. Like, you want to take a leave, like, do everything in the right way. It's ways you do shit. So I was like, man, they not gonna kick me out of school. Survival mode kick in, adaptation, knowing the loophole and shit, knowing the weakness in the system. You know?
The weaknesses for people are emotions, bro.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. So, and that's what I did, bro. And that's how I got it. That's how I got out of school.
That's dope as hell, though,
I can talk about now, dude.
Yeah, man. I feel like right now, this shit, man. White people embellish they call it embellish. When we do it with liars, with manipulators, but white people embellish every day. Whether it be to get into college, like you seen the big scandal, the big testing scandal with those actresses and actors. They do the same shit that we do.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a different term. Yeah. It's a different term when we do.
Man, that's how it is, bro.
Right. So when you so when you finished college and you finally, became certified as a dentist and things of that nature, bro, like how did you feel, bro? Like, did you feel like because you did say you really don't get too high on the highs and too low on the lows, but
I ain't even invite nobody. I really invite them. People mad because I ain't really inviting them. I ain't throwing no party. Nah, it's back to work, man. Like, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. But it's working now. Real work time. That's when it began.
Yeah.
It's when it began when because everybody feel like you made it already. So now it's like, all right, I got to work twice as harder now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Because you like, I got too much to lose now. Ain't no going back.
Exactly.
It ain't no going back. So explain to somebody the process, bro. Explain to somebody the process of, when you become an actual dentist, like what's some things that you have to do? Like, do you have to work for somebody initially, get a certain amount of seniority or time before you can start a business? Or can you out the gate?
Man, you can be. That's what I told people about. That's what I told people. You can be you can be business savvy, or you can be a person who like want to educate themselves way to the top. I was business savvy and say, no, I want to come out and just start my own right off the top, you know. So, but I did work for somebody and started working on my own. Then I moved to the country and did my own thing. Then I moved to New York first, then I moved to the country. Then when I came back to the country, that's when I moved back to Dallas and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go full in on my own now.
Mm.
That's what I did, and shit, I ain't looked back yet.
Yeah.
So it's a
Now,
process. So you can't work for somebody and build your confidence and all that stuff, or you can just say, you know, I'm gonna work for myself and do it that way.
yeah, that's hard, bro. That's dope as hell, you know. And like you said, bro, it seemed like you made the right decision because, you know, everything you did seemed calculated, bro. And you knew right out, you knew before you even started, before you even changed your major to dentistry, that you could become a boss. So I'm sure you probably had this thing mapped out. Like, I need X amount of dollars to goddamn get a building, to get, you know, my business license, LLC or corporation or whatever, and this amount of equipment and all of this stuff. So it seemed like you had it all mapped out, you know, from day one. So how you was gonna
You
do it.
got to. You got to, like, people, when people think stuff happen by like chance, they don't see the planning that goes behind it. Like, everybody just thinks stuff happen by chance. Like, nah, I mean, it's a lot of people, it's a lot of developers in here. Like, in every business, a lot of people. But that's the thing of a good, successful business. If it looks easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
If your business look easy, that means successful. I have made dentistry look easy, that anybody can go out to get a degree until I tell them, I take 8 years, buddy. But I make it easy. So that's the thing of something that's, and I tell people, the true art of understand, if you understand something, is that you can teach. If you can teach it to somebody, if you can teach what you have learned, you understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with business, where it's like, if I make my business flow so easily, that means I have done my job and made it accessible.
Mm.
You know, a lot of people think blogging and having a podcast is easy. It's not.
A
It's
girl,
not.
you know, we was talking on Instagram last night in the DMs. You know, I tried to slide in the DMs or whatever. And she was like, I guess she didn't want to fuck with me. So she changed the subject. She was like, yeah, I see you do interviews. She was like, I might be on the same wave. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. You know, because I congratulate everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't say this to her. This is my thinking. Because, you know, I don't want to be pessimistic or whatever. I've been on this marathon 3 years, bro. I started my podcast January 17, 2017. January 17, 2017. Dog. Yeah. I love this shit. But I've spent so much money, so many sleepless nights, so much time is invested in this shit, bro. And this shit is not easy, my nigga.
Yeah.
A lot of people gonna quit this shit, man. Like, a lot of people gonna quit this shit before it even get really started, bro. So, yeah. People think it's easy, dog, until you actually do it. I thought it was easy. I thought, man, this shit, man, if you want to interview nobodies, then, hey, it's a motherfucker that's willing to tell their story all motherfucking day. When you're trying to elevate and you're trying to get somebody's, bro, you got to go through so many hoops and loops and this and that. But, you know, niggas like us make it look easy, but it's really not.
That's why we try to tell it. But that's how you know you're doing a good job, is when you're making it look easy and you just continue to hustle, and don't give up, man. Like, and that's why a lot of artists fail. Like, back to rapping. That's why a lot of artists fail.
Yeah.
Because they don't know, like, nigga, you gotta keep on with it, nigga. Yeah. You gotta keep coming. Like, that's okay, that's all they do good. Keep on making another one. Please the crowd. A lot of people be so honed to protecting their sound that they don't know how to adapt to a new wave. And that's why I feel like Drake has mastered it. Like, hey, I know how to kind of add my sound with the new wave and a new flow style. But a lot of people don't know the doubt. A lot of people don't want to reach out. A lot of people want to keep going, and they give up after that first time they ain't make it, or the second time. Nick, you may not ever get signed, but guess what? You're going to keep trying, or you got to build your fan base, or people want to come back. Like, building a fan base is hard. You gotta come. You just can't come with one. You got to come with 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 21. You gotta come with those types. Nigga, shit, because people want to see longevity. People want to see that you keep on doing this shit. Unless you can be a one-hit wonder. But you gotta keep on coming. You gotta keep on coming with the material, the consistent material. Not just you gotta come with the consistent material over and over and over.
Consistency is a motherfucker. That's key, bro. In anything that you're trying to do, whether it's in dentistry, you got to keep bringing that consistent, great quality that you do provide.
Yeah.
Media, you got to consistently, music, fashion, whatever you're trying to do.
And everybody not gonna like it, but as long as it's on par with what you're doing, they will accept it. You know, they're not gonna like every case I post, but guess what? He's consistent at posting cases and changing stuff. And I learned that with my music, where it's like I have to, like, it's not saying you force it upon people, but you gotta, so you gotta know which your audience. I had to doubt. I was doing music for, I wasn't doing festival music. I was doing music for art shows. And I said, hell no, it's time to adapt this music to my image. Because people want to make it make sense. So, and I tell you, like, you gotta be credible, commitment, and consistent. And the only way you can be consistent is if you have stuff that makes sense. Like, if you're a drippy dentist, you talking about you got his flash, you can't be over here speaking all wholesome and shit. Don't make sense, dude. Like, we want to see you for the drip. We like you for the drip. Talk about strippers. Talk about your lifestyle. That will make sense. Don't go in there and start making songs about church and you up here flash as hell. Don't make sense. Disconnect.
Yep.
People want to see a connection.
Yeah. And you know what? The only way you can be consistent is if you're being yourself.
Yeah.
In anything. Whatever is true to you, it's going to be easy. It's going to come easy, bro.
Yeah.
Drake, Lil Wayne, Lil Baby, all of them make music that they can relate to. That's why they can consistently put out good music.
Exactly.
Because they're doing what's true to them. And it's the same in fashion. It's the same in dentistry. It's the same in everything, bro. Like, if you're doing what's true to you, it's easy to be consistent, bro. It's easy. It's effortless. It's effortless, bro. I've been doing this shit since 2017. So this shit easy to me. Like, a conversation with you, like, shit, what you hit me today,
this how the same thing on the phone. Shit, we ain't no subject. We just keep on going and segue shit naturally, bro.
Yeah.
Like, shit, it's like our phone. Like, we talk on the phone the other day, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. For sure,
Look
bro.
up, this nigga's an hour, 8 minutes going on talking to
you. Yeah. Now, on Say Cheese TV, right?
Yeah.
You told him, this was a conversation y'all had, you told him that you touched over $1 million. Like, you became a millionaire off of dentistry, bro. Like, how did that feel? Because that was always a goal of yours. I know it was.
Yeah.
But how did that feel, bro, to actually accomplish that? How did that feel, bro, to look in your bank account and say, I got X amount, like, I got 2 commas in my bank account, bro? Like, how did that feel, bro?
It felt good, but guess what? Then you start thinking, like, shit, your people around you got to eat now. Now, shit, if I got $1 million, I got to make sure I got my shit. I got to make enough to where my people around me got it now. And it feels good, but then it don't feel good because damn, man, people just blow me up. It don't feel. We live right now, some shit, niggas. Damn, people just blow me up. It don't feels good, but it's like the conscious, like, can you really show it off if your people around you struggling? You know, if you can, you really, it's cool to go to the mall and buy your boys stuff, but are you enabling? I ain't saying enabling, but are you just really treating them as like they workers? Because don't know homeboy want to be treated as a worker. You know, so it's like, I did think about everything. Like, yeah, it's cool. So now it's like I gotta start making some amount of money every week to make sure that everybody around me eating, and there's no question that, hey, we all eating, we all making money. We all making money.
Yeah.
And that's what my thing is. Like, we all gotta make money. So yeah, making million was cool, but now it's like, okay, I gotta have everybody around me that's eating now.
Mm.
And I had to talk with my assistant like, hey, do you want to do like assistant the rest of your life? Because we can make a school for you and you can start teaching assistants. Like I always talk to my assistants is, hey, listen, it make you a boss because I'm not gonna be in dentistry all my life because I'm gonna move to a mogul stage where I'm my biggest. I tell you about, I'm gonna be the biggest in China in 6 months. I'm gonna speak this shit in existence because I believe in the power of the tongue, and I'm going out and saying this, and I'm going out and acting. So I told her like, you only want to work for me. You only want to work for me, but I'm not gonna be doing this the rest of my life. So what if I put you in a position to where you still can work for me, but you are a boss now? You know? And she was like, no, Dr. Rose. Like, listen, just think about it. You want to make, now she's a hustler now. Like, she thinks ways to hustle. Like, Dr. Rose, she'd take me out to like, Dr. Rose, I ain't to make me a hustle money because I want to make sure that you're not just working. I want to make sure that you're a boss too. Like, so she learned a lot just by saying, like, hey, we're going to do this. She pushed me now. Like, she'll push me to make more money in certain ways, different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real though, bro. That's real, bro, because a lot of people in positions like yours, when they have assistants, when they have people that work for them, sometimes people want to stifle people.
Yeah.
They want to keep them in the position that they in. They want to keep them under them. Like, nah, bro, you can't get this. This is your ceiling. This is the ceiling. This is the highest you can go. Any type of game I have that can take you past this, I'm not gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's sucker shit, bro.
And peep this. I had people who wasn't even like on the beginning of my building my brand, but I fuck with them. So guess what I let them do? They came in on like the middle part of my brand. They helped me get better. And I let them use me as a reference of they built my whole brand to go market for another doctor. That's just empowerment. Like, if you work with me, if you can make money off saying you built a successful person and using your credibility, because I know everything about credibility, say you use me and I will vouch that you built my whole brand from start to finish, and they can help you build your brand.
Mm.
Because me empowering you ain't gonna do nothing but bring more money into the whole system. I make money. You saying you built me, made me where I am today. They're gonna make you make money, and you're gonna get more clients. You're gonna look out for me on the back end like, hey man, Dr. Rose, I prefer a client type shit. 360 income, revolving income, where it's like, if I ain't touch this merch, I touch this dental. If I ain't touch this dental, I got another thing going on where somebody around me gonna make money off this type of Charlotte's Web that I got created.
Mm-hmm. That's real, bro. That's real. That's real, bro. And it seemed like you genuinely care about the people that surround you, dog.
Dude,
It seemed
man,
like you genuinely, bro. And that's rare, man. Like, you know, you would think somebody who had people around them that helped them, because we all need help. But
yeah,
you would think everybody would want to look out for the people that help them or acknowledge the people that help them. But a lot of people don't, bro. A lot of people do not do that, bro. A lot of people don't.
And I be like, I don't see how you can't like give a shout out or give love or give this to people who put you in positions. Man, every time I get a chance, I scream, I appreciate Sean Cotton. Every time. Or I appreciate my guys who help me. I appreciate Val. Or I appreciate Booger. I appreciate Lou. I appreciate G. Like I always say, I appreciate y'all. But guess what? People just want to feel appreciated. That's a part of understanding people. It's a thank you. That can take you understand. Like I understand. Even when my patients get this wrong, I understand. Let's help you. I thank you for being patient. Let me take care of you right now. Listen, just listen. People just want to be heard, man. And if you listen closely, after they want to be heard, they just want to be feel appreciated.
Yeah,
that's it. So once you master the art of saying, "Shut up," listen to them, you've now won. Because as a person in general, we always want to be right. The basic needs, like me knowing psychology, that interpersonal relationship, the basic need of life is need to be accurate with one's views. But so sometimes you're gonna argue with somebody all day long, tooth and nail, because you want to be accurate with yourself and they want to be accurate. But our master would say, you know what? Argue. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna argue a little bit, just show that I'm putting up a little battle. Just say that when you actually win the battle, it's like you overcame. You know, so I'm gonna argue with you a little bit, but guess what? You know what? You're right. It ain't even worth it. I'm gonna listen, we're gonna get it better now. You know, it's just playing a cat and mouse game. Playing a cat and mouse game. But saying, you know what, you're right. That's it, man. Like listen to people and say you appreciate it. I appreciate you, man. Let's get it right.
Yeah. Keep pushing.
And keep pushing.
Like telling somebody you appreciate them, that shit goes a long way, bro. I tell niggas all the time, thank you. Motherfucker post my shit, I say thank you. Motherfucker buy a shirt, I say thank you. Like, man, anything, bro. Because a lot of people get caught up in feeling like they winning because they just that guy. No. People around you believe in you. That's why you winning. People, you got to the point where you are because people believed in you and your work. Now you put in the work, but they believed in your work, supported you, and that's how you got to where you are. And you never lost sight of that. But a lot of people do, bro.
And
a lot of people do.
You just gotta thank the motherfuckers like every day. Like, I mean, I'll tell everybody, thank you, appreciate you. I don't care how I go in there and make people. You gotta make them feel like you really appreciate what they doing, and that's what makes a great leader versus a person with a boss mentality. Yeah, you gotta be a leader and say, hey, I can suck it up and say thank you. If you don't understand, most of my people like, Doctor, always nice to you when you walk in. They mean like, no, I just sit back and listen to them. We're gonna listen, we're gonna talk, and hey, I appreciate you coming in, touch them on the shoulder, that warm welcome, thank you so much. Boom. And people like, it ain't that simple. It is that simple. It is. Don't get caught up in ego.
Yeah. But see, some people have it, bro, and some people don't. Like, I tell my niggas all the time, it's some people that have it. It's intangible, dog. I don't give a fuck what field they in, whether they're a car salesman, a motherfucking doctor, dentist, sales rep, selling pharmaceuticals, a drug dealer, rapper, media personality. Some people just have it. They just have it. And most people don't.
Yeah.
Some people have it, bro. You have it.
Yeah.
So whatever sector or lane you in, you're going to be able to get it, bro. Like, you know, I study I'm not saying I study psychology like I'm a fucking psychologist or I'm aspiring to be, but I read books on psychology. You know, I read the DSM-5, you know, not the whole thing, but parts of the DSM-5. So I know a little bit of stuff about psychology, bro, and a lot of shit that you talk about with your marketing, your PR and things of that nature, bro. You delve in a lot of things that deal with psychology, like touching people on the shoulder, giving them warm welcome, telling them thank you, making them feel empowered by telling them thank you for helping them, and things of that nature. Telling them, hey, man, you know, you can be a boss. Why would you want to just work for me when you can be a boss, whatever. Giving them the choice. It just seems like you have it, bro. Like, you just have it. You just have it, and that's why you were able to get to where you are. Plus your hard work and your dedication, too.
Yeah.
Plus your hard work and dedication.
Hard work on a lot of shit. But yeah, man.
It is. But you got to have it, too. There's niggas right now that's working hard in my DMs talking about follow me back, and I'm never going to follow them back. And I'm sure they probably said that to 10,000 motherfuckers. That's working hard. They just don't got it. They music trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't got it, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have it, bro.
The adaptability, too. Like, niggas don't want to doubt. Niggas don't want to doubt, man.
But yeah, Doc, man, I just want to say, man, you know, I appreciate you for coming on my show, man, and really being transparent and giving people the game on how you got to where you are today. Because, like I said, people see your social media, you know what I'm saying? They see the Off-White, you know, they see the Balenciagas, they see the motherfucking Amiri jeans and the chains and shit like that, man, and they probably think it was easy. But I'm glad you were able to give my audience a taste of your world and show them, like, how much hard work and dedication went into it, bro. Like,
I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, bro. I mean, you know, we gonna link in. We gotta meet one day, bro. We gonna lock in for real shit, bro. Hey, fuck with your boy, man.
I got you, man. Tell the people where they can find you at, man.
Man, find me at dr.rose, rose.ilift, ilift, dr.rose.ilift, man. You know we doing big things, man. All social medias, we doing our thing, man. Yes, sir.
Follow my boy, man. Get your teeth straight.
Rose.
Thanks again, Doc.
Yes, sir, bro. I appreciate that, man.
For sure. Appreciate you. Muddy Waterz, we out.
Yes, sir.